Welcome back to Her Side of the Game, the podcast where we talk about life, what life is like really overseas, the community, the relationships, the culture, and all the things that happen off the court. I'm Gianna, and today's episode is all about building community abroad and finding connection when you're living this basketball life.
And today we have two amazing guests with us, Maddie and BerIl, and their husbands both play for Olympiacos in Athens. And recently they hosted a WAGs Meetup at 25 Restaurant. And y'all, it was such a beautiful, super intentional, just really, really cool event that really needed to happen. And it's really what like our WAG community needs.
We're excited to hear the story behind the event, how they all put it together, and talk about why community is so important when you're so far away from home. So let's jump in.
Woo! Maddie, BerIl, welcome. We're so excited because this is like our first official guest in like high key. Gianna and I were nervous. We're like, oh my gosh, what do we do? We're not podcasters, but I guess we are. So we're really, really excited to have you here on First Side of the Game podcast. This is really big for us. So we're just very, very thankful and humbled that you guys would both join us today. So I don't know, let's start off with some intros. For anyone who doesn't know you yet, can each of you share where you're originally from, how many years you've been overseas, and how you ended up in Athens? Just like a high level, background. So Maddie, you can go first and get started.
Perfect. So I'm Maddie. I grew up in Nebraska, so I'm from the States. I went to college in Nebraska, and then I met my current husband during college, and we lived in Arizona for a little bit. And when I was 22, he got a job with Cheska in Russia, in Moscow, and here we are, 8 years later, and we are here in Athens. And I actually met Gianna. She was with me in Seska, so we've known each other since my journey here overseas had started. So it's really cool to see her start this simplicity and have this moment and this platform. So it's really awesome to see that. And speaking of the event, I wouldn't know how to host a single event if it wasn't for the queen of events over here, Gianna Hines. When I tell you she would not skip a moment to celebrate, like everything we did was a holiday. Nothing was done half. Everything was over the top. And that's truly what made that year so special. We've been in Athens now this is our 4th season, and it's been great. I love it here, and life overseas has been great. It's been fun. We've had a baby here in Athens now too, so life has changed a lot since we started in Seska, but it's been great here in Athens, and we love it.
I love this. What I really particularly love about this story as like an outsider to the story is like that you and Gianna literally started together, like your journeys together. And then now here you are. It's like really beautiful to see externally.
It's really awesome.
Yeah. Cool. All right, BerIl, tell us about you.
So I'm BerIl, and I'm from Turkey. I met my husband while he was playing in Gaziantep, but he was coming to Istanbul for the games and stuff. We had a mutual friend group, and we got married like 3 months after knowing of each other. So I was kind of thrown into this life. I didn't watch any basketball games in my life before that. I had no idea what was going on. But he played in Beşiktaş afterwards. So we were in Istanbul for a while. And after that, we had some issues with Beşiktaş. So Olympiacos reached out to us, and we came here when it was like 2 months left in the season. So this is our 7th season with Olympiacos in Athens, which is crazy that I've been living here almost as long as I've been married with my husband. So yeah, it's great life here. I love Athens, and we are thinking about living here in the future as well. So we will see how that goes.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I feel like we were in Istanbul too, years ago. Not, I say years ago, like it was a long time, but we were with Galatasaray for about a year in 2023 and 2024. So very familiar with Istanbul. I love this. I love this story.
Yes. So,
Also, I love that y'all got married like 3 months after knowing each other. That's like real love. You know what I mean? Where you're like, I know. When you know, you know.
It was crazy times, really, because when I first met him, he said to me, "What's your ring size, girl?" And I was like, "Who is this guy?
Who are you?"
And then we were married 3 months after. Insane story, yes, but I love him so much, and I'm very glad that I didn't second guess, and I was just like, okay, let's get married, you know?
Oh, that's awesome. There's some feedback. You hear that? Does anybody else hear the fuzziness?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me mute me and let me see if it's me.
No, it's not you.
Is it me? Wait.
Is it me? That's interesting. Okay, it's not there anymore, right?
No,
No,
No.
I don't hear it.
I don't hear it now.
Okay. Interesting. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for your introductions. And Maddie, I appreciate that. I was talking to Jess, I think the other day when we were talking about events, and I was telling her, I was like, listen, when you're together in Russia, I was like, there's nothing you can do. You can't hop on a plane and be like the south of Spain in an hour. You literally have to just tough it out from
They're
the
out
moment
there.
that you plan until the moment
Wow.
that you go back home and the season's over. So it's like everything that we did there, I felt like was very intentional, but I also feel like that was the reason why, that group of women was so special, is because
For
we
sure.
spent so much time together, and I think we went through major life events, whether it's from baby showers to birthdays to, holidays, Christmas, Halloween. There wasn't, like you said, there wasn't a holiday that we didn't celebrate. So
Any reason to celebrate
any
anybody,
reason.
it was happening. Full
I was
full
like,
I
moon.
love
And
that.
I still like
I-
to this day, I think of an event, I'm like, would Gianna do that? I'm like, yes. Would Gianna touch?
And I think we even hosted Alec. It was his rookie year, and he didn't have anybody there for Christmas,
Yes.
so he like came with me and my family, which always happens, that kind of
Yes.
like always happens. And he was
Oh
like
my
hanging
gosh.
with us with an ugly sweater party at Christmas with like my mom.
Of course, the theme.
I
Just
love
you have
that.
to have a theme at all times.
There's never not a theme. So thank you guys so much for the background. I think that gives really great context into kind of like how you both landed in Athens, and the fact that you guys have been there for multiple years shows the growth. There's like this interesting stigma, rivalry, I guess we can say, between Olympiacos and Panathinaikos, and there's many other teams in Athens. Can you guys tell me, what was the idea around the Athens WAG event? What was the origin? Where did it stem from? Why you felt the need to do it, last week?
Should I go, Maddie?
Go ahead.
Yes, Barra, thank you.
So since like at the very beginning I came here, it was no connection with the WAGs, and I had to ask Shaq to connect me with like if anybody has a wife, please tell them. And it was like around the COVID times almost. So I felt very lonely. We couldn't leave the house here. It was like you needed a paper to leave the house. It was crazy times. So later on, I started creating WhatsApp groups like Ollie Girls, I was naming them. And it was super fun, but it wasn't involving everyone. And, not everyone is available all the time. So we couldn't do a lot of things. And this year, we were like, okay, let's do a Athens WAGs group. And this is like where it stemmed from me to be like, hey, Maddie, like, should we do something? And then we talked about it. And, Maddie was a great host with their restaurant. It was amazing. So that's where the idea stemmed from for me.
And Maddie, I think to go into the fact that, she said your restaurant, can you talk to us more about where you guys hosted it and how the idea of having your own restaurant in Athens, which is so far away from your home, kind of came to fruition?
It's crazy, but yes, we hosted it at 25 Restaurant, and it's my husband and I. We opened this restaurant, I want to say like 7 or 8 months ago. It's like a steakhouse based off his favorite steakhouses in America with a Greek chef that influences all the dishes, so it's a good combo. It's been really cool. It's been really different. I would have never guessed this would be where we would be, but as soon as we had the idea of bringing all the girls together, I'm like, well, we have the perfect venue. Like, it has this outside by the water. I'm like, it would be the perfect place to bring everybody together. So it's been really cool. And I think just there's a lot of girls from Panathinaikos that are now living in the south, like where a lot of girls live in the Glyfada, Vula area, instead of they used to all live up in the north. So we were never together. Now everyone kind of lives in the same area, has kids the same age, kids go to the same school. So intertwined. It doesn't really make sense for us to carry that rivalry over to us when we're all here. We can all be a part of a community together.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's so true. I was just thinking that actually you kind of like answered my question as you were talking about how like we don't carry the rivalry over to the women, which is true, right? Like we shouldn't because we always say, I mean, I think I've said this probably every single podcast we've recorded, but like no one understands this life other than like the women who are in it with you, like in the trenches with you. And so there's no point for like any kind of rivalry because it actually doesn't matter within the women. We're just like happy to have people who like have kids our age, can have similar things to talk about, who are like friends you would never meet in other situations, which is super fun and exciting. So I love that you guys did this.
And being in Athens too, like we're so lucky to have so many teams around us because I know
Yes.
there's cities where you're the only team, you're very isolated. So to be here where there's, I don't know, like a handful of teams that are right in our area, why would we not take advantage of that?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So in the beginning, what were those early conversations looking like as far as, you know, how many people would you invite? Did you envision this to be kind of like a larger scale event? You know, how was the outreach to other women in your area? Did you have to kind of go through the husband to get their contact information? Did you already kind of establish those early on relationships with women on other teams?
I think we both knew a lot, like some girls from other teams. I actually have a funny story. I was scrolling TikTok one night after I knew we were trying to get the event and we knew we were trying to like reach out to as many teams, as many girls as we could. And I came across a girl's day in the life from Mykonos. Like she was a WAG in Mykonos. And I'm like, I'm going to send her the invite, like just in case she's coming over the FIBA break. I was like, we cannot leave a team out. Like if there's a way for us to contact a girl, I want to. And I sent it to her and she's like, oh my gosh, I wish like we have family in town or else I would come to Athens. We had a girl fly in from Thessaloniki just for the event.
Oh, that's
we
so
were trying
cool.
to, like, find as many girls. A lot of the Greek girls know girls from other teams as well, just from living here and being here. So they were helpful with reaching out to girls that we didn't know. But I mean, BerIl's been here 7 years, so she's met a lot of girls through that time as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. This is really cool. And it's so true. I always think of cities like Istanbul also too is like a perfect city to do something like this because there's so many teams. And so this is why we loved when we saw you guys were doing this in Athens. We're like, this is so smart and perfect because there are so many teams just right there and there's so many women there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Actually, sorry. Actually, a fellow WAG from Istanbul reached out to me after she saw our event and she asked for like tips and what we did and how we went about everything. So I think there's a Istanbul WAGs meetup coming soon as well if she does end up doing it.
Same with Belgrade.
Oh,
Belgrade
same
too.
in Belgrade. Yeah,
Yeah.
Belgrade's a good one too.
See, look
Wow.
what's happening here. This is amazing.
Yeah, look what y'all did. We love this.
Amazing.
It's crazy because I never imagined it was gonna be like this much, like just beauty, you know. It feels so nice to just be like, hey, like I have new friends now, and it doesn't matter which team they're from because it gets really toxic with the rivalry most of the time.
Yeah, and I think you hit on something really special because I think right now people are kind of looking for the sense of community outside of just like the social media platform. You know, they're ready to kind of meet you in person. You can like for Jess and I, we started Simplicity Basketball. We've never met in person. We're just waiting for the day. But I think you become almost like friends with people on your timeline who kind of wake up the same time as you. They go through the same routines as you. They're visiting the same locations or they share in the same interests. And I think you guys provided the perfect opportunity for people to kind of connect in person and kind of put, you know, a voice to the name and really be able to kind of be there to touch and feel and connect and talk and chat and yap and all those good things like us women love to do. I think when we talk about the event itself, talk about, okay, initially what you thought the event would be, kind of like the start to the finish. And then if you can kind of go into some of the details, like how many people arrived, what the vibe was like, what was the theme around the event, and some of those, you know, visions that you had. Maddie, if you want to
I'm
talk
on
to
it. So I mean, the event itself, when B and I were talking about it at first, we just wanted to make it like this girly, like set everything else aside. It's girly event only. We just wanted all these women to come together and not, usually when we see each other, it's at the arena, it's a team event. So it's just something that was completely separate. So we wanted to make it a whole girly vibe. And I mean, B's been here 7 years. I've been here 4. So we've met a lot of people outside of the arena too, who were able to help us make the event what it was, thankfully. So we got connected with event planners, with someone who was helping us with the gifting, and they were able to take what we wanted, what we told them, and turn it into this girly event. We had Pinko reach out and they were gifted us. We had a lady come and we did a charm bar where girls could make their own necklaces, their own bracelets. There was around, I think 20 people ended up showing up. We had no idea exactly what we would get. And with the FIBA break, I know some girls got out of town, took little trips with the time they had. So I was really happy with the turnout we had because we had, I think, 5 different teams of girls come.
I love
So
that.
we had a good amount of girls from all over to just kind of sit around, have chats as girls want. Just not about the basketball, not about our husbands, just about being moms, being parents, being, I don't know, just wives, supporting our husbands and how we can, I don't know, make life out here something that's not just simply going to a game on a Thursday, going to a game on a Sunday. Like there's so much more that this city offers that kind of to get together we can talk about our favorite places to eat, our favorite nail salons, just things that help make life smoother. I don't know,
Yeah.
you can add it.
I mean, at the very beginning, I'm just thinking about it now. At the very beginning, we were like kind of grouped up on the corners of the table. And then like towards the end, it was so, how do you say it? Like cohesive.
Yeah.
Like we were all talking to each other, yelling across the table to the other group. Like everybody was
And
just
the way we
talking
had
to.
it set up, the table was in like a square. So like if
Yeah.
someone, you could talk to everybody, even though they were across the table, everyone could chat, essentially.
Yeah.
Still.
We were all facing each other, so that was
Yes.
really good.
Was it
Oh, I love
intentional
that.
for you guys to kind of have it set up that way? As opposed to like, let's just say, it's very different when you come in and you're doing like just like a cocktail hour where you're standing, there's finger foods, there's more mingling, kind of lends itself for more of like a natural flow of conversation. Or was it intentional to kind of have people sit down and really be engaged in what was going on at the time?
Yeah. I think we were trying to find that mix of like getting them to come, but it's not just like stand around, like we have something to do, we just like all want to hang out. So I liked the idea of having a sit down where everyone could sit down around a circle table essentially and just have a chat, but then also at the beginning everybody was kind of standing up and talking as well. So it's kind of a mix of both, and I like that.
I like that.
Yeah, we sat down for the beautiful food that was coming from 25.
It looked 10 out of 10, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm not
I
gonna lie,
was
the
like, I wish I was in
It
Athens
was
right now.
chef is the best, and the pastry chef is beyond. Like the desserts are beyond anything. They're my favorite parts of every meal.
I
Since
mean,
the
Yes.
party, I'm thinking about that butter like every
The
single
bread and
day.
butter.
Wait,
The
wait,
bread
wait.
and
What's the
butter
butter?
is
Tell us
hard.
about
Like
the butter.
I was
the
like, tell us
bread.
about the whole
No,
menu. I
what's
kind
the
of just want
better
to
is
know what
they
you
make
had.
these compound butters and they're different every time, and every single one I taste is like better than the
Oh my
last. I don't know
gosh.
why, but they're so good.
So
I
good.
love that. So wait, tell us about the meal. Gianna has a good point here. Like, I want to know about the whole meal. So like, what was it? What was it? Was it how many courses? Like, well, I don't know. Just tell us
Yeah.
about it.
I mean, we kept it like the time of day was a little different. It was at 4, so it wasn't a lunch, it wasn't a dinner. Now I'm thinking about it. We had the bread and the butter, we had a salad, we had sliders, we had chicken, and I think that was it, and dessert. Just like something
Okay.
lighter, light bites, and the cocktails and the wine, and yeah. But
Yeah, it was amazing.
yeah, the food is so
It's
good.
making me hungry right
I'm
now.
glad. The
I
food is
was
very
telling,
good.
yeah, because when you think about it and like thinking about how, Serbia reached out and you think about Istanbul, was it difficult to kind of pinpoint a specific time because everybody's their schedules, their moms, babysitters, no babysitters traveling, was it difficult to kind of pinpoint a time frame and also like a day of the week that would work for, I guess, the general group of people?
I guess we were lucky with the FIBA break coming up.
Yeah.
So it was like, we can do it exactly on this day. And the time kind of we just rolled with 4 p.m.
Yeah, we were gonna do a brunch at first, but I'm like, wait a minute. If we want to do it at 25, we don't have brunch, so we need to change. So I'm like, okay, happy hour. Like that's a good plan. Because I know there was, I mean, they had, I think one of the teams, a girl had a birthday party before. So like they
Oh,
came
yeah.
immediately from a birthday party to the event. I'm like, they go drop their kids off, come right over. So it just worked out.
Oh, that's
The
good.
FIBA break was nice because then girls could fly in without having to miss a game as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is very true. Which is very true.
Well, so what do you ladies think was like the hardest part about planning and executing it and the easiest part? And maybe BerIl will start with you and then go to Maddie.
I mean, for me, because we really had great people helping us, like they did so much for us. They made everything so much easier. But I think the hardest part was just getting the yes out of everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Because like sometimes, some people don't like texting back, like, and that's okay. I get like that sometimes too. So it was just like, okay, we gotta get a final head count, guys. Like, can everybody let us know? And then we were just like, okay, whoever said yes, we're just putting it in, and whoever shows up, we just roll with it, basically. I think that was the hardest part.
For sure. That just because some people liked the message, like, yes, we're coming. And then the day of, I'm like, you didn't like my message, but you're here. And I love that. I'm like, I love that you're here. Wish you would have told me.
Yeah.
Wish you would have let me go.
I'm like, we had beyond what we needed. But I'm like, oh, okay. Hi.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
We gotta
it is
RSVP
nice.
the day of the event.
Yes.
Oh, like I can make it. I will be there.
But like leading up to, you're like, I just hope people come. Like, I just hope people
Yeah.
come.
Yes.
Like, we're doing
Yeah.
this, I hope people come. And then we had more than I thought would come. And it makes it all worth it when you see it all come together, for sure. The easiest part, I think, was, I mean, the event planners made it amazing. We just shared like an idea and a vision, and they came back and delivered over.
Can you share the name of the event planning
Yes.
company that you worked
Yes,
with?
yes.
Got a plug.
And they're making a little video clip that I'm going to send to you as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
I
Their
fun.
name,
To
their na-
Celestial.
yeah,
What is it
they're
again?
great.
Regina and Chris, and they went over like above and beyond what
Oh,
we
that's
could imagine.
amazing. I think to talk about, some of the vendors that you worked with and those sponsorships, like how did those relationships come about? Like when you talked about Pinko reached out to you, how did they find out about the event? I'm just putting it in perspective. If other women in other cities want to execute something of this caliber and this level, like how would they go about building these brand relationships with companies that are local?
I mean, the thing is, we were just very lucky. So I don't even know like how to say to someone like this is what helped us, because we had Marissa, which she's amazing. She's the godmother of my daughter as well. She is the plastic surgeon's wife out here that like most of us go to, I'll say. So she had these connections, and once we brought the plan to her, like, hey, like we want to do something and bring everyone together, she saw the vision with us, and like she was like, okay, I'm going to talk to these brands that I have a relationship with, and I'm going to bring them in, and like we can make something very beautiful. Also the planner, she helped us find them as well. So she did so much things for us. Like I cannot thank her enough about this, really.
And I love the charm company that you worked with. I thought that was
Yeah.
so fun. And I love the
Yes.
fact that like when women come to an event, whether they're paying or they're not, they leave with something that will allow them to remember this experience. It's more of like a feeling when you kind of wear that necklace of what it means to be a part of this community. So what was the charm company that you worked with and how did you find them?
Yes, they were, I think it's called the Charm Bar Grease.
Yeah, Charm Bar Grease.
Charm Bar Grease. And I think we just came across them on Instagram, and Marisa again was like, I know that girl. Let me ask her if she's available that day. I'm like, perfect. And they came, and I've seen girls post on Instagram wearing the necklace. I've seen them out wearing the necklace, the bracelet. I'm like, every time I see it, I'm like, it's such a sweet reminder of like, okay, that makes me really happy that you actually took something away and you like it. Like you didn't just wear it for the day, you're wearing it now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, I love this because it's true. Like you do have to, when you do something of this scale, you do have to leverage your existing connections. Like this is a fact. You know what I mean? You just have
Yeah.
to. And because, and to not be afraid to do that and afraid to ask because something really beautiful can come out of it. And honestly, most of the time when we've experienced this, internally with simplicity and then in our own just like regular lives, is people actually do want to be involved and they do want to help and they do want to support, and it's an easy way to do it if you just ask. So I love that this is how y'all went about it. Like, oh no, we just brought this to someone and then they helped us make it happen because we all need the help. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
all need people to like make things happen. So I love
Yeah.
this.
Right. It was all really born out of like seeing the NBA, the NFL, like they always do like
Yeah.
the ladies' brunches. I'm like, if we're gonna do this, like we're gonna try our best to imitate everything we can. They're getting giveaways, like we're getting goodie bags. We're not just like having a meal and sending everybody home. Like we are making it how we want to make it.
It's an experience.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
No,
I
it
think
really is.
the women are the true influencers, right? Like we're the ones that really
That
navigate
part.
the city. We're the ones that are like finding the places to go and frequenting the businesses and building the relationships and talking to people. Like how many people come up to you and be like, "Oh, you're Alex's wife or you're Shaq's wife." You're like, "No, no, no. I'm BerIl and I'm Madison. It's nice to meet you." But it's like you're the one to kind of broker that relationship.
For sure.
Um, so I think it's really nice to see that come to fruition in an event like this. I think BerIl, you hit on it in the beginning. You talked about the vibe when people came in, right? Like you knew some people, you kind of knew your crew, you kind of didn't. And initially it was kind of everybody was like in their little corners, and at the end everybody was like screaming across the tables. Were there
Yeah.
any like standout moments? Because looking back on the photos and the videos, we didn't hear what was going on inside the walls. But I was like, was there any moments or standout moments that made you guys look at each other and be like, wow, this is why we did this?
Should I go? I'm just
Yes,
thinking about
yes.
it. Right? So,
Tell us.
towards the end, the Panna wives, they were in one corner, and then we were like right across from them on this corner, and there was some girls like all scattered around on this side. So everybody was trying to get to know each other, and one of them like pulled up the roster, and they were like, "Whose husband is this?"
Everyone's like, mine,
So
My,
that's mine.
yeah,
That's funny.
that
like,
was the
what's your
icebreaker
husband's
right
jersey
there.
number? Okay, let me find. This is your husband. Like it was so funny.
That was the icebreaker. I love
Yeah.
that. I love
This is
that.
true. This is true. There was a couple girls from our team who are new this season who hadn't met some of the wives of the Greek players yet either. So it was nice to see them come
Oh,
together.
yeah.
Because I've been on teams before where the domestic like players are kind of separate and it's not intertwined. So it was nice to see them be like, "Oh, you're his wife." Like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, like we're on the same team. Like I haven't seen you at the gym." Like, "Okay." And
Oh,
then putting
wow.
that together is nice because then they can go to the next game and they recognize their face. So it was nice to see that come together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
No, this is so true. I don't even know if we've been on a team where this hasn't been the case, where it's like the domestic wives and then the foreign wives or even the American wives, and it's like everyone is separate, but we have also this year made like an intentional effort on our team to just be like, let's get everybody together. Like there's no need for all of this. You know what I mean? And it doesn't happen like out of any ill intent. It just kind of naturally
It
happens
is.
that
I
way.
mean,
You know what
being
I mean?
from here, this isn't, they don't have to rely on this. They have their whole life, their family.
Exactly.
It's just like, it is what it is. It's their husband's job at the end of the day, essentially. It's not their whole being. Where we're over here like,
Right.
I'm looking for somebody.
Who's gonna be my friend
Yeah.
today? Yeah. No, this is so true. This is so true.
I think, was there any conversations like that kind of stuck out to you kind of within the event that either you wanted to kind of either do another event later to kind of continue these topics of conversation, or anything that kind of stuck out that you were kind of like overheard or you participated in, just about living the life overseas, coming together, anything that you could share that might not be tea, that might not be tea.
Go ahead, B, if you have anything.
You can go ahead.
I don't know if there's anything specific, but I will, like, towards the end, girls were asking, like, okay, so when are we gonna do the next one? Like, when's the next meetup? So like before we left, we were like already brainstorming the ideas for what's next. When's the next one? What are we doing next? So it was kind of fun to them to be like, okay, well this one's ending, so when are we gonna do this again? I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's like that is such a good feeling that they're like, okay, so
They didn't want it
when's the
to
next
end.
date? Like, can I mark my calendar? I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
it's like planning a second date. Like,
yes,
when can we go on the next one? Can I
yes,
see you again?
yeah.
We actually had like a little tiny after party on a like hookah bar next door.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
how fun!
Yeah.
Oh,
Not everybody was able to come, but some of us just came together and just went there. It was
Carried
fun,
over.
yeah.
Oh, I love this. Well, we've talked about the event, which I'm loving, and I'm so thankful that y'all did this because you really are like setting the standard for this to happen. Because I think, Maddie, you said it earlier. It's like we see the NBA, we see the MLB, we see, every professional sports team do this, or professional sports league do this, and it's even more important, I think, for us who are abroad, living outside of our home countries,
Right.
to do this. So I love that y'all have started this and like kickstarted it for everybody else to see. But we're gonna dig a little deeper for a few minutes because we love to do this. Um, so this one is always one of my favorite questions to ask other women in this life. Because the answers we get are typically like we can all just like laugh together about it. But what are some misconceptions that you think people have about our WAG lifestyle? Yeah, Maddie, or actually, BerIl, you go, and then Maddie go. Let's do this.
I'm trying to think of an answer for this one because like I mean, most of the time, like I have a nanny and that's really helpful. But because I have a nanny, there's this misconception of like, oh, like, she's always available, she doesn't do anything or stuff like that, which is kind of like hurting, but it's really tiring to be here away from family. And you're the default parent because okay, your husband has to focus on his career. Like it's very tiring job. You need to practice every day. If you're injured, you need to get treatment every day. There's no off days. Like it has been like this for so long. And I think that's where people don't understand. Like we just we live our best life. It's no downs at all. It's always up. It's when there's a loss, like they don't care. Like I don't know how to explain it, but there's a lot of misconceptions I think that we could talk about.
No, this is so true. I love that what you said about the nanny because I remember when I had my son, we were playing for Bayern Munich at the time, and that season in particular was like a 90-game season or something like this. And my son, we all have kids here. When they don't sleep, sleep deprivation is the worst thing you could do to a human. I'm fairly certain. And anyways, so he didn't sleep like literally for months and months and months and months. And I remember I also hired a nanny literally to just hold him during the day so that I could like go to the gym or like do work because I still have my corporate consulting job at the time. And I remember so many women after that asking me like, oh, or coming to me just out of the blue. They didn't even know I had a nanny. Be like, oh, I'm really struggling. Should I get a nanny? And I'm like, short answer is yes. Do what
Yes.
you have to do to survive. You have to choose the least stressful option when you're in this lifestyle. So I love that you said that and we're open and honest about it because I think a lot of women have this like apprehension about this and they
Yeah.
shouldn't. You know what I mean? Because a 90-game season is insane. They're traveling every other day. You're alone. You're already the default parent. You're alone doing all these responsibilities. Like you need something, and you do need the help sometimes. And I love this. I'm like, every time women come to me, they're like, "Should I get a babysitter?" Yes. Do you need a
Yes.
nanny? Yes.
I mean,
Whatever you feel like you got to do.
I had my nanny since my son was like 3 weeks old, and even now I feel mom guilt sometimes, like when they have an away game, and I'm like, oh my God, like I've been to Barcelona once, like I want to go again. I would love to see some stuff. I'm like, okay, it's only 2 days, like they'll be fine. I just go really quick and come back, or the nanny comes with me with the kids. Like it's right now to us, like our nanny is like kind of like my mother, just being here and
Yeah.
helping me. Because also, like I'm Turkish, so for my family to come here and visit me, I need to get them a visa. And my family like never left Turkey. Like my mom is deadly scared of planes. So I can't bring her here. My husband's mom is a little bit older, so I can't make her come here to help me with the kids. Like, she has her own life. So it's really hard being away. And the only option is, okay, like, what can I do? I can get a nanny, you know? It's going to be hard to get used to it, but sometimes you just say, like, oh, I can take a deep breath. I can do whatever I need to do. I can go get my nails done because, you know, I have help. And it's such an amazing thing. It's hard, but it's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Yes.
I mean, I can tell you right now, like I miss my nannies from Italy, and it's different. But what you said is so true. It's like a lot of us are away from home. You know, naturally, there might be individuals who have kids that are, you know, domestic, and they have their family there to kind of support them. So they
Yeah.
can rely on them if they need them. And sometimes for us, it's like we're carrying all of the load that we just want to kind of turn the switch off a little bit, you know,
Yeah.
and pour into our own cup. So thank you so much for kind of sharing that, because I feel like that's very authentic to the situation. I think a lot of women talk about it. It's almost like a taboo subject where we're like, we're not going to
Yeah.
talk about the nannies, or we're not, but they are such a huge part of our lives, and they share in a lot of the same experiences that we do.
Yeah.
And it's such a supportive role that I think like sometimes we can't do this job without them.
Yeah.
You cannot be your best self as a mom if you don't have even if it's just an hour in the day. Like, you need
Yeah.
that time to just do something by yourself for yourself.
Yes.
Absolutely.
100%. So, Maddie, what about you? What's a misconception that you think that people have about our life?
I hear a lot when I go home. People are like, "Oh, so did you just go on like a 10-month vacation? Like, you're living in like Santorini?" I'm like, "No, like this is not my life." I'm like, you have a daily life. You go to the grocery store. I also go to the grocery store. I take my daughter to school. You take your daughter to school. Like, the idea of people to be like, "Oh my gosh, so Mykonos, right?" I'm like, "It's there, yes. I've never been, but thank you for asking." That,
It's
and then
so
also,
true.
like, if I've been asked by so many people, like, "Are you guys going to be able to fly home for Christmas break?"
Oh my gosh.
There's
The
no Christmas
time-old
break.
question.
That is the
There's
middle
no
of the
Christmas break.
season.
There's
Like,
no Christmas break. They actually fly away on Christmas and play away on the day
Yeah.
after Christmas. So
Yeah.
thank you for asking, but no, unfortunately, we will be here. You can come see us if you want.
Yeah.
That and like I get asked year after year. I'm like, same thing. Same thing as last year. We're still gonna be here.
Nothing's
like
changed.
We're
that
still here.
misconception of just like always being available, like to do
Always like,
whatever
oh,
it
like
is.
what country did you go to last week? I'm like, I stayed in Athens.
Yeah.
Alec went to Spain for 48 hours, but I was here in Athens still.
Oh my gosh.
I think this sense of community, right? You know, we talked about you guys and your experiences and how this is around like 8th year overseas, 8th year in Olympiacos in Athens, and like your 8th year overseas, Maddie. You've been in other cities. Creating this event 8 years into your personal journey, you know, what are the hopes that you think like an event like this would be for somebody who's in year 1 or year 2, just starting out their kind of overseas career, I guess you can say, amongst like being a spouse and a supportive partner?
I think for me, I hope it's something that maybe someone who is their boyfriend's playing overseas their first year and they are like kind of hesitant of if it's something they want to do. They see that and realize that, oh, like the girls over there also have a community. It really is like an untapped community over here that thankfully Simplicity is going to make it seamless for anybody who's coming into the life for sure. But I think for me, I hope that a girl who's out here and is just like, feels that they're on an island, feels like they're far away from their family, to see that and realize that, oh, there are girls out here that are like me who are also looking for this and longing for some kind of community to be around. So I'm hoping that it gets around and girls can see that there's other girls here who are here for you.
BerIl, do you have anything to add to that?
I agree. I mean, when we first came into the team, you know, I would have loved for someone to be like, hey, like, come have dinner with us or anything, you know. So I think I hope it will be an inspiration for all the teams around us and in the other leagues. And, you know, they will be more open to just making connections. So nobody is losing their mind alone, you know?
Yeah, losing their mind alone. That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. So we have about 5 more minutes. So, we don't want to take up too much more of your time because we're so thankful that you ladies have been here in general. Gianna, are there any lingering questions that you have in your mind that you want to ask? Or we could do like fun rapid fire questions because I have random rapid fire questions in my mind as well.
I think talking about the event, was there any like fun moments where you were like, yeah, this is like, yes, girl, or any like fun, hype, hilarious, like bust out into laughter moments that happened that maybe you could share?
The funniest for me was, I think, the yelling across the table, that asking like, whose man's is
What number?
this?
What number?
What's the jersey number? I think that was the hilarious moment.
It's so funny how we have to like know who your husband is and what his jersey number to kind of understand and put the pieces of the puzzle together.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't know if this happens with y'all husbands too, but I'm always like, I always reference a number when I'm talking about somebody else's husband, and my husband never knows their number. He's like, I don't know what number they are. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, how else do you like know them? Anyways, this is how I reference everyone is like by their number at first, and he never knows.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I hate that I have to say the name of the player to say that I'm talking to his wife for my husband
Yes.
to understand.
Or their last name. I'm like, can I just know their first name? Like, I don't want to say their last name.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so true.
But I think that's it. But I think we always end our interviews with some rapid fire questions. So I'll start, and then Jess, we can go bounce back and forth with the questions. What's your favorite Greek food?
Oh my gosh.
Top of the top. You could just yell it out.
A souvlaki is like the chicken souvlaki. You can't beat it. You
No.
can't beat it. Truly.
Yeah. Gyro or souvlaki for me as well.
So good.
I love that. Favorite time of year in Greece?
I like the spring. Like the spring leading into summer, because now it's cold. It's not cold, but it's cold.
Yeah.
For
So
me,
when
it's
it starts
Christmas.
warming up, the beach is open. I'm like, yep, I'm back. I'm ready.
That's true. Christmas for me, because I love how downtown just gets like all the lights. I love cozy lighting and everything, so I'm obsessed when it's Christmas here.
What about your favorite beach? Your favorite beach to go to?
Oh,
Astir, for sure. For me.
Astir.
more budget friendly option. dot beach.
That's nice too.
Would be-
But it's my favorite for a reason.
Right.
Dot I can go to every day. Astir is a special occasion.
Yes, if you have guests over.
Yes.
The favorite restaurant besides obviously 25.
Of course.
Yeah, 25 is my new favorite.
That is hard. I really like, it's called Teddy's Elixir. They have to find American pancakes, American style pancakes in Europe is hard, and they have mastered it. And we are big like Pancake Saturday people, so every Saturday we go, we have our pancakes, and we feel like we're at home.
Oh, that's awesome.
For me,
Oh, I love that.
it's, what is it called? Itaki. It's like by the water. Amazing restaurant.
Oh, awesome. And what is one city in Europe that you want to visit but you haven't yet? Like it's on your bucket list.
Oh, this one stumped you guys. I love
I know,
this.
I'm like,
I'm trying to think
I
of
was gonna say
like,
Milan.
I love Milan, but I've been there.
Yeah, me too.
I
That's
feel
why I
like
love it.
okay, I've never been to Belgrade, and I've heard good things about it.
Can report Belgrade is super fun.
I've heard
We
it's so fun, and that's the one like where there's a team that I've never been.
Yeah.
Yes, you should definitely. My husband did basically the craziest thing you could do in basketball ever and went from Partizan to Red Star back to back years. And so I moved when he was at Red Star, and even when it was right at COVID, like when the world was shutting down, and even somehow, despite the whole world being shut down, Belgrade was still like, like I don't even know how to describe it. Like, how is it Belgrade still lit during the middle of COVID? I have no freaking clue, but it still was. So I highly recommend. I loved it there.
Amazing. So when I go, I'll get some recommendations from you.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I never been to Paris, which is crazy. We booked so many times, and every time either I was pregnant or Shaq had to change teams. So every time it's something. I hope finally I can go sometime this year.
I haven't been to Paris either, and it's so far
Me
away
either.
from what I
That's so
know.
crazy to me.
And it's the kind of the same thing. Like I just had way too many kids to travel to Paris. I was like, I'll just wait.
They go there for 4 days in March because they have
What'd
a
you say?
double week. So we'll be in Paris for
Oh,
4 days
nice.
in March.
Oh,
In
amazing.
March, okay.
Hmm.
We have some great
Perfect.
recommendations on the Simplicity app about Paris, so check it out.
I'll be
There
there.
really are.
I'll be there.
You see what I did there?
I saw the shameless plug, and you know what? I'm here for it.
Simplicity's they got you. Simplicity's got you.
Yes, there you go. There goes the tagline. I think that kind of wraps everything up. You know, BerIl and Maddie, what you guys have done, I think is just going to set a standard for what's to come. So we really appreciate you guys for joining us today. It was truly amazing, just a great conversation to talk about the event, talk about who you are as people, and everything in between. Thank you for sharing your story and what you're building in Athens. I'm sure it's okay.
It's my sister. I'm like, do you not get it? If I ignore
Your
your call,
family,
don't call back.
they call at the right time though, right? Like they call at nighttime, like they know when to call.
She's not getting like
I love this actually
Pick her,
because this
pick
is what
up,
happens
pick up.
all the
like this
time.
would
Put
be
her
my
on the
little
interview.
sister.
Put
I'm
her on the
about
interview
to. No,
if she
I'm no.
calls.
She's grounded. I'll
Yeah.
call her later.
She says she's grounded, not
No, I'm
grounded.
not picking up.
Yeah. And then also, I guess you guys were talking about there's probably going to be another Athens WAGs meetup again. Is there a date in mind of when this can happen potentially, where people could be looking out for it?
Galentine's?
February.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
So
like the
there's-
perfect one.
If there's any Athens WAGs that will watch this episode, is there a way for them to kind of get in contact with you to find out if they can attend or not? Is there a way to maybe DM you on Instagram or
Yes.
Instagram
They
for
can
sure.
DM us.
athenswags@gmail.com? You never know.
Hate it. Just hit up Simplicity Basketball and they will connect you.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh my! See, we love what you did there. We will
Yeah.
definitely
Gone
connect
through.
you.
Simplicity Basketball will get you the connections that you need.
Awesome. I think
Yeah.
in general, like if you're living abroad and kind of craving this connection and community, I think it could just be created wherever you are, whatever city that you're in. Get a group of people together, connect with others in your area and kind of make it happen just like you guys did. So kudos to you for, being the ones to kind of champion it and
Thank
getting
you.
it going.
Thank you so much for having us as
Yes,
well.
thank
It
you
was
so much.
fun.
Yay.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you, ladies.
And thanks again for tuning into Her Side of the Game, episode 3 with BerIl and Maddie. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
See you.